I've learned to keep cool while racing my race car, but I don't know if I'm prepared for these TikToks. Huge thanks to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. Let's get to it. Be-woo! Why? Why are we doing this? Bacteria, parasites, fungi.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes,
algae, cyanotoxin. You name it! Even from the diarrhea. Have you ever heard of the brain-eating amoeba? Naegleria fowleri? Can't get it from drinking fresh water, but if you dive in and you don't close your nose, the bacteria can shoot up into your nose, reach the brain, fatal.
12-year-old Caitlin Thornley started sneezing a month ago, and she hasn't been able to stop.
We use a medicine, I think it's called Thorazine. Oh no, that's for hiccuping. I wonder if we can use the same for sneezing. No, sneezing, you probably want to do something with checking the airway. I wonder if that medicine would still work.
The schoolgirl who lives outside Houston sneezes 12,000 times a day.
So, sneezing every 4 seconds? Like, you gotta do something to break that. There's nothing, she can't even function as a human.
For now, it's a medical mystery. Doctors have ruled out allergies or a virus.
Yeah, allergies and a virus would be something I would rule out. Can we get a little bit more complex with what we're ruling out? Let's get House MD on the case.
The only time the sneezing seems to slow down is when Caitlin listens to music. Specifically, the Beatles.
The fact that music helps control the sneezing, it makes me think less of the actual nasal passageways and more of the neurologic pathways. Oh! Did the bird do the thing from the Alfred Hitchcock movie? The bird literally went for a corneal peck. This is wild. Was this staged? Is this an AI bird?
This is why you're being pulled over. In the city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean,
the driver is just so clear about it.
you had a hand up manipulating
You just
the
said
phone.
my right hand.
Well, I thought I told you your right hand. You
So
had a
you
hand up.
didn't.
Yeah, bro, take the L and say, I thought I may have seen something that I didn't actually see. My bad, and let the driver go.
Did you or not have your phone on your hand?
I did not.
You did not have your phone in your
I
hand?
did not.
If she had her phone in her one hand, she would not be able to drive.
Hand to God, you did not have your phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
Hand to God. This has got to be one of those dub videos where they have someone record and then afterwards record some other content. Because there's no way this conversation is real.
The other hand to God, you don't have your phone in your hand.
He said the other hand to God. If there is no disciplinary action that this officer faces, I am in shock.
This is a guy stood in the same place for 12 years.
12 years?
As a vow to the god Shiva.
This is like torture because what happens is the blood vessels just reach an incredible pressure and then start leaking fluid into the extracellular space, into the tissues. That's why the rash starts forming on the skin. It's actually called stasis dermatitis. You're gonna develop pressure ulcers on the bottom of the feet that end up essentially building up to the point where, or I guess breaking down to the point where the bones are slowly gonna start being degraded. This is just like self-harm in every single way.
He made a promise that would cost him his comfort forever.
Why are we getting all of these religious situations where people where they end up harming their health?
Amar Barati had an epiphany and made the life-altering decision to quit his job, leave his wife and children behind, and dedicate his life to the Hindu god Shiva. So as a sign of devotion, he raised his right arm and it hasn't come down since. He says the first couple of years were extremely painful.
Couple of years? My God. I'm talking about for the physiology, it's not good. You're just gonna create massive impingement, calcification, to the point where the joint becomes non-functional. So if the goal was to create a non-functional limb, there actually exists a condition called body something dysphoria, but not dysphoric disorder, where it's like BIID. You actually believe that a part of your body is not yours, and you seek for other doctors and medical professionals to amputate it.
He remained devoted, and eventually his arm lost all feeling. It's now been over 50 years.
I wouldn't be surprised that if it just becomes fully necrotic and ends up acting as a source of infection. The circulation is probably not very functional in this arm. And there's a world where, because the shoulder is frozen in its current position, that if he was to actually lower it, he can do more damage and be in more discomfort.
And even if he wanted to lower his arm now, he can't, because his tendons and ligaments fuse together, keeping it in that position.
What's up, man? How you been? Bro, I've been great. Lost some weight. Yo, that's amazing. How'd you do it? I'm not gonna lie, I've been taking a GLP-1. Okay, yeah. Kinda embarrassed, but it's like I got an edge now or something.
Why is that embarrassing? Using a medication in order to improve your health, if you weighed in the pros and cons for yourself, maybe it's the right choice.
Hey, I'm ashamed to admit, but I've dabbled in a couple as well. You're on a GLP-1 too. Right now it's BPC 157. Okay, wow, and that is silly, but I basically heal twice as fast now. It's like a guilty cheat code, I guess.
I went on Fox News the other day talking about the risks of using things that are sold on the gray or black market, and people got so angry at me in the comments. Like, the comments are wild. It's worth just looking at those comments, because just incredible how angry people are. And I'm not even saying anything negative. I'm just saying, hey, I'd like to know more research before I recommend something to be injected into my patients' bodies. And I know everyone wants to make the COVID joke. There's a difference between a vaccine that was tested on tens of thousands of healthy individuals to prevent a condition that was causing an emergency globally, not just in the US, and maybe you get a little bit more inches on your bicep. Like, it's wild. And I'm so passionate that I forgot where I was going with this. People kept saying, Dr. Mike, you want FDA to regulate this? It's BS. You can't regulate something natural. It's made by your body. What? 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 Come again? There's peptides that are already regulated by the FDA. GLP-1s, insulin. Your body makes insulin. At least before you type, just ask Google AI a question. Now you have no excuse for stupidity. And I say that's stupidity, and I have no qualms about it, because if you're gonna attack medical providers for trying to keep you safe so inaccurately that it can be disproven with a Google search, I don't know how to help you.
You can't just.
Oh my God, this is the scariest. I've seen this clip. What happens that a bison just starts getting angry like this? Because I love eating, but oh my God. I'm judging this based off that individual's height. What do you go up 10 feet in the air? He landed on his hip. Could he have broken his femur? So easily. Broken ribs? So easily. He was hospitalized with a broken femur. Mechanism of injury is the most important thing you can do to make a diagnosis.
There is a bit of a contradiction there. You mentioned it yourself, because the COVID vaccine...
It's like we literally just had this conversation. I'm kind of having a blip in the matrix right now.
And you didn't want to take that, but peptides which have not undergone anything like the same testing, you're happy to take. So how do you sort of square that?
I think most people, what their answer is, from my experience, is that they're making a choice to take this risky substance for something they want, versus the vaccine felt like it was forced on them, whereas they believe if they weren't forced, they would have agreed to take it.
I don't know if I have an exact reason. You know, I don't know if there's actually words that I can put together, except for the fact that I understand that the peptides are the amino acids, which are the building bases of protein. My body needs that.
There's so much that your body needs, but you can just eat. It's like the same thing when people put coffee up their butts. Like, I'm not against coffee, but put it in your mouth. Why are you putting it in your butt? Back to the TikToks in just a second, but first, I want to tell you about my sponsor, ZocDoc, a free website where you can easily search and compare high-quality in-network doctors so you can find the right one for you. They can help you book in-network appointments with more than 150,000 providers in all 50 states. Look, in my personal life, I use reviews a lot. Like when I'm trying to decide where to stay on vacation or where I'm trying to go out for dinner. Heck, most of my friends won't click the buy button when they're shopping online or snagging a movie ticket before they've checked out the ratings. But for some reason, when it's time to go see the doctor, we just book the closest one within a 10-mile radius and call it a day. Shouldn't our healthcare decisions come under more scrutiny than where we should get brunch? That's what I love about ZocDoc. It has reviews of doctors available for all to read, allowing you to make an informed decision about who's treating you. My favorite part, you can see the doctor's actual appointment openings, choose a time that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. I even use it for my dad. So stop putting off your doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Dr. Mike, also linked down below in the description, to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. All right, let's get back to the TikToks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to speak too soon, but we may have a miracle on our hands here.
I don't view that as a miracle. I view that as a medical emergency because I imagine something terrible happened and then someone had to rescue them by hand.
We're gonna touch virus. Nope. We're gonna touch fungus. Feel how strong that got?
Yeah.
So the difference between virus is a no. As
No,
soon
that's
as we
a
touch
joke.
fungus, her body's like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Right? So there's something in there.
You know what's in there? Your descending colon, your spleen. Maybe if you reach far enough back, it's your kidney. Fungi?
Parasite, also a yes. Okay.
That's weird.
And then bacteria, back to a no. Okay.
I wish this person could even name 3 fungi or 3 viruses.
So we're in between fungus, yeast, molds, and parasites.
What about them? You're just saying words. There's a word for this, and I said it to Sam the other day. Bloviation. This person is bloviating. Now you learned something.
We can probably assume it's pretty gut related, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Crohn's causes a lot of leaky gut.
Crohn's is an autoimmune condition. What it has to do with a parasite. If you have a parasite, you have a parasite. If you have Crohn's, you have Crohn's. Come on now.
There can be an overgrowth in an external fungus, like such as Candida.
Like such as? This is the joke of the Miss Universe person where she says like such as.
I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
Also within this fungus, yeast, mold category is like the microbes of your own yeast. So we need positive yeast.
Oh my God. What is a positive yeast? What's a negative yeast? These are fully made up words.
Sir, because your heart rate is so high, we have to give you something called adenosine.
Oh my God, he's gonna do adenosine in the field? I've given adenosine, before I explain to you what it is, once alone in the hospital at like 2 a.m. when a patient of mine had a very fast heart rate called SVT. Basically, you give this medicine and it restarts the heart. And you have to give it very quickly. Like you have to push it and right away push some saline after because the half-life of it is seconds. I think it's something like 10 seconds. So you give this medicine really quickly. The patient feels terrible. They flatline on the monitor and you hope that they come back. It allows the person's heart rate hopefully to break that SVT and return back to a normal stable sinus rhythm.
Okay. Wait, is that gonna stop his heart?
Yeah.
No. Actually, yes, but not forever.
Seconds, and it's so terrifying. And the patients a lot of times describe a very uncomfortable, weird feeling in their chest, in addition to flushing and all this other stuff.
All right, sir. The adenosine's on board. Wow, I feel...
Yep. Quick, quick, quick!
Oh my
Quick!
God, is he... Weird. That's better. God, I hate adenosine.
And we try not to do that first line. There's actually certain techniques that we can do, ones that include certain breathing techniques, ice water, literally dunking ice water, that allow people to break these very fast rhythms. But adenosine is very scary. That's why you need a lot of experience to use it. Or have a cardiologist on standby on speakerphone to help you.
If a woman has hormones that are out of balance, how do you balance them?
People can have hormones that are out of balance, and we can either remove offending agents that are impacting their hormones. We can make a diagnosis of a certain condition that can be impacting their hormones, treat that condition, or we can replace those hormones.
Psalm 104 verse 14, the Bible says God gave herbs for the service of man. There are some herbs that will balance hormones, and one of them is the wild yam, the Mexican wild yam. And when it's applied to the skin, the fat cells take it up, it stimulates the biochemical pathway.
This is very easy to say when you don't treat patients for a living, and no one's life is hanging in the balance with your care. Because if this person somehow went to another country or something and got the ability to practice medicine and did this shit, people will die.
And little by little, it'll restore balance.
That's so simple.
It's so simple because it's fake. She can't even tell you what hormone she's talking about. She's talking about a Mexican yam. What hormone? Thyroid? Testosterone? Name the hormone. That person is literally one of the leading spreaders of social media absolute nonsense garbage because she speaks so passionately, because she involves religious rhetoric, and it's so bad whether you're on the left side, the right side, the religious, a-religious side, it doesn't matter because health should be for everybody. And when you spread lies, you're the antithesis of health. We thought lint rolling his sunburn off was a good idea. Why would you do this? Poor Kay. Poor Kay! Poor Kay! You're just damaging the skin further. Pure stupidity. Don't ever do that. Why?
Eric Poulin doesn't need to drink for him to black out.
Oh.
He hasn't had any alcohol, but his breathalyzer reads positive.
It's really unsettling.
Poulin has been diagnosed with auto-brewery syndrome.
Yeah, this is a very unique ABS. Ironic that probably shouldn't drive with ABS, yet everyone's cars these days have ABS standard. That's anti-lock brakes. Auto-brewery syndrome is where you have a buildup of specific bacteria, sometimes fungi, candida, where this overgrowth creates a scenario where if you eat carbs, it literally, like a brewery, makes ethanol and you get drunk, even though you didn't drink.
Despite the diagnosis, he and his doctors are still working out the exact cause.
I mean, there's first of all, not a lot of cases of this. And the reason I'm familiar with it is there's a doctor who has one of the coolest names ever. It's kind of a nickname, Dr. Wick. Full name here. Dr. Wick works in Staten Island University Hospital and has studied this condition. There seems to be a tie with antibiotic use because a lot of people who have this have used antibiotics, but that doesn't make a lot of sense because a lot of people use antibiotics and don't have it. And there are some trials, I believe, that are being started or in progress, or maybe recently have concluded, for using fecal transplant to help these people change their gut microbiome in order to stop this. Because imagine, you didn't know you have this, and all of a sudden everyone's telling you you have a drinking problem, and you're like, oh my God, I don't even remember drinking that much.
It's hard to be, a father. I don't know what's going to happen day to day, hour to hour.
Well, also, you can control what you eat. If you get rid of all carbs, which is not great, but, for your medical condition, you could control this.
So that really leaves a lot of limitations on what I can do.
Wow, I didn't even think about this. If you've had this condition for a while, that means your body has gotten used to some level of alcohol in it throughout the day. Therefore, if you stop eating carbs, you can actually go into alcohol withdrawal and have seizures and delirium tremens. Oh my God, this is the scariest condition ever.
You're right, doctor. I'm sorry. I'm just a nurse, okay? You're right. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry, okay? Next time, I promise you, I will know my place. I'm sorry. Sorry, what? What did you just say? What did you just say? I'm just a what? Just a nurse. Oh, I'm just a nurse. Well, guess what? You're just a pew-pew.
Oh, we got the pee-whoops coming out. I like nurses who stand up for themselves because rude doctors are douchebags. And I feel like nurses who sometimes are like the snappiest are the ones that are most protective over their patients, so.
This family is enjoying a birthday party at a local animal entertainment zoo. Suddenly, the alligator attacks.
Shocking! Wild alligator bites human while they're doing the rave gloving techniques on it. If you know, you know.
The beast bites down on the trainer's hand, so she jumps into the glass enclosure.
Oh, that's the worst mistake ever, because now the gator is gonna do one of these.
Then the gator whips the trainer underwater.
I knew it!
Getting
See,
her
I'm a
in
gator
the
guy.
water. That's when a brave dad, Donnie Wiseman, who was there with his family, leaps in to do what he can.
The gator's teeth are too strong. Do you punch it in the eye? I know they have double eyelids. Why do I know so much about gators?
Lindsay is taken to the hospital where she is diagnosed with a ruptured tendon in her hand.
That's it? With everything that happened, just a ruptured tendon? Did they detooth this alligator?
And eventually receives a surgery to repair the damage.
Okay, they really undersold her injury. Look at her hand. Does that look like just a tendon injury?
Today, she has almost full mobility in her wrist.
So lucky that the bones weren't crushed. The crushing jaw strength of an alligator, wow. Doctors used to recommend smoking. Doctors gave kids polio. Click here to check that out, and as always, stay happy and healthy.